Hey students, I hope your reading response yesterday worked out pretty well for you. My biggest point again on that, just make sure you're working on putting part of that question in your answer. So yesterday we did number 7, what part of the text was hard to understand and why? So remember in your response then you turn that question into that first sentence. The hardest part of the text to understand was, and then your answer. So today we're going to look at the fiction questions that go along with our reading response menu. So questions 1 through 6, we're not going to do all of them today, but I do want to look at just one. So again, this is going to serve as your journal entry for today. If you'll notice, I have Monday in my journal, so I'm turning just the one page, keep it on the left side, and we get to write Tuesday, September, can you believe it's September? September 1st, 2020. Okay, so we're going to read a book today that you will find on YouTube. Our kids in class are going to be reading the exact same one. It's one of my favorites, but I'll show you what that is here in just a minute. But we're going to look at this question number 1. Question number 1. Why is the setting important to the story? Explain how the story would have changed if the setting was different. Now, I want us to focus just on that first part of the question, but if you feel confident and you feel like writing a little bit more, I do want you to explain the rest of that second part of the question. But I'm going to throw my and why in there. So let's go ahead and write that prompt just so we get our brain thinking about, okay, when I read this book, I need to think about the setting. So in your journal, why is the setting important to the story? Why is the setting important to the story? Okay. So now you're going to go ahead and jump on that other link, which is the YouTube video, and it's going to be for a book called Fireflies. Now, this is one of my favorite books, so I hope that you love it. Pay very close attention to those pictures because it's just fun. It's a fun little book. So go ahead and read that. The setting is incredibly important in this book, so I'm excited to hear your reasons why. So then after you've read that book and listened to that story, I want you to come back to your journal entry, and then we have to start our response. Now remember, my biggest thing is putting part of that question in your response. So the question asks, why is the setting important to the story? So I'm going to turn that around, put it right into my response. The setting is important in the book Fireflies because, and then you'll finish that sentence. And then I'd like you to try and come back over here. Explain how the story would have changed if the setting was different. So if I'm looking here, and I know a little bit about fireflies, they usually come out at night. So what if this story took place during the middle of the day, say at lunch? Or what if this story took place on a rainy night? I don't know. Would it be different? So explain how the story would have changed if the setting was different. Again, I want you to try and work for 4 to 5 complete sentences. You can write as much as you want, though, if that is, if you're enjoying this. I love that all the writing that I've been getting from you guys has been amazing. So you're doing awesome. Have fun with this one again. Fireflies, one of my favorite books. Remember, put part of that question in your answer. The author of the question already gave you part of the answer. So use it. Use those materials that you have. All right, I'm going to come back over here, shut this down. You guys have fun with it. You can always ask me questions if you have them. We'll see you next time.